How did the high school reunion turn into an actual brawl? My husband found the reunion invitation in the mail before I did. He waved it around like he had just cracked a cold case and said, "Wait, you went to this school." The second I saw the crest, my stomach hit the floor because my high school reunion was never going to be a normal one. I did not just graduate quietly. I left in the middle of senior year after a scandal so big that people still argued about what really happened. And now, 10 years later, they wanted me to walk back into that room. I told him no chance. He thought I was being dramatic. "It is just a party," he said. How bad could it be? Famous last words. 3 days later, we were driving there anyway because my husband decided this would be his word, closure. That man nearly did not survive his own idea. We walked into the hotel ballroom and the whispering started instantly. Not subtle. People made full eye contact and then leaned in to whisper. A woman by the door grabbed her friend's wrist and said, "No way, she actually showed up. This is going to be good." My husband was beaming like we had arrived at a wedding while I was genuinely calculating how fast I could reach the exit. Then people started coming over. And weirdly, it was nice at first. A couple of old classmates hugged me. One guy apologized for a rumor he spread back then. Another admitted he had a huge crush on me senior year. For about 20 minutes, I thought, maybe this is fine. Maybe I built it up in my head. Then Delaney walked in. If you asked anyone from my class to name the person most likely to start a war over nothing, every single one of them would say Delaney before you finished asking. She entered late in a blazing gold dress like she was hosting an awards show, and walking 3 steps behind her was Rourke. The same Rourke she took from me senior year. The same Rourke at the center of the exact scandal that made me vanish. My husband looked at me and quietly went, oh no. At first they ignored me, which I was completely fine with. Then Delaney started drinking. Big mistake. She came gliding over to our table with a champagne glass and a smile like a cartoon villain and said, "Still telling everyone I ruined your life." The whole table went silent. My husband looked like a man who just realized he packed a bomb in his own suitcase. I said, "You did that part yourself." Wrong answer. Because Delaney had apparently spent a full decade waiting for a public rematch. She started yelling. I yelled back. Rourke tried to step between us to play peacemaker, which nobody on earth wanted, and somehow that cracked open everyone else's buried history at once. 2 former football players started screaming about a missed call in a playoff game. A woman accused another woman of faking a relationship for prom queen votes. Somebody's husband got a dinner roll thrown at his head. A cluster of old teachers near the dessert table were filming the whole thing on their phones like it was a nature documentary. Then the DJ made the single worst decision of the night. Trying to calm the room, he grabbed the microphone and said, "Let us bring it back together and put on our old school anthem." Except there were 2 reunions in 2 connected ballrooms that night, and he played the rival school's anthem by mistake. You could feel the temperature change. A man across the room stood straight up and shouted, "Absolutely not." The folding wall between the 2 ballrooms rolled open, and suddenly both graduating classes were staring at each other like 2 armies meeting on a field. Turns out the rivalry never actually died. The booing started, a cupcake loop. Then drinks were sailing across both rooms. At one point, I watched a grown man in a full suit climb onto a chair and scream, "You cheated us in the regionals," and another man screamed back, "That was 16 years ago." And the first man screamed, "And you still cheated." My husband grabbed my hand and said, "We are leaving, right now." We ran out through the hotel kitchen while pure chaos detonated behind us, and as the back door swung shut, I heard a tray crash and a woman scream something I could not make out. That was my wife, by the way. I still have no idea who won that fight, but our class got permanently banned from that hotel. And honestly, for our graduating year, that felt exactly on brand.